Sesame.
Blood? Check. Nudity? Why not? Intense and frightening scenes? Bring it on, baby. In fact, let's cut to that mature content warning right off the bat, because this one's gonna be a doozy. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 mature anime series. For this list, we're only considering anime that have, shall we say, mature content. We excluded series such as Death Note, as while it is intended for older audiences, it lacks blood and gore to make this list.
Oh, you're bringing a page. Planning to kill someone?
No, but lately I've been bringing a page with me every time I go out, just in case.
We're ranking these series based on how good the shows are, while factoring in how much they fall under the mature category. Number 10, Basilisk. Let's start this off with a bloody tale of star-crossed lovers. In Basilisk, fans follow two lovers from two warring ninja clans.
The sun's setting. We should go. It won't be long. We'll be together soon.
Genosuke and Oboro struggle with their dedication to each other and their loyalty to their clans. The series depicts numerous events from Japanese history revolving around the Edo period, and definitely doesn't hold back on the violence. Just add a dash of politics to the mix, and you have a samurai series not fit for kids. Number 9, Black Lagoon. When you need someone to do your dirty work, you can call the Lagoon Company. In this crime drama, audiences follow hostage-turned-mercenary Okajima, the dual-pistol-wielding badass Revi, and the rest of the Lagoon Company as they smuggle corporate secrets out of Southeast Asia.
一匹目の子豚がおしまいになりましたとさ。ブー、ブー、ブー。
Are you looking for a monumental amount of violence and bad language? Well, you're in the right place. Filled to the brim with bloody gun valets, this one is definitely not for younger audiences. Just ask Revi.
あいよ。
Number 8, Neon Genesis Evangelion.
May I come with you? To the shower, I mean. Aren't you going to go to the shower?
If this is truly our future, boy is it grim. Hitching a ride on this apocalyptic mecha anime, audiences watch as Japanese teenager Shinji is recruited to pilot an Evangelion mech against invading monsters known as angels. While the violent action scenes are incredibly over the top, Evangelion earns its spot on this list for its analysis of various philosophical and spiritual concepts.
The Eva series was born from Adam, born from man's antithesis, and yet the Lillim will utilize that which they hate most of all in order to survive. I do not understand.
You don't have to look hard, as the series is riddled with biblical symbolism and nods to other conceptual ideologies. Our advice, wait a couple of years before you bring this one around to your kids.
Oh my god, it's Ray! They're all Ray!
Number 7, Rin, Daughter of Nemosity. Not many anime touch on immortality as well as our next entry. This series follows immortal detective Rin Asugi as she discovers Koki, a man who has been affected by a mysterious orb known as Time Fruit. The orbs are brought from a mysterious tree known as Yggdrasil that appears randomly in the human world.
どうかしたんですか?
なんでもない。
Nemosity tackles difficult subjects such as cloning and immortality, while showing us that the inability to die isn't always a good thing, especially when you have something that your enemies want.
ほんと、人間は証拠りもなく、不老不死になりたがるものね。
Number 6, Hellsing Ultimate.
There'll be no sand where we're going. The next job? It's in a city of fog.
Forget the glitter and love triangles, this is how you properly portray the almighty Dracula. Audiences watch as the all-powerful vampire Alucard, along with his apprentice Ceres Victoria, rip the enemies of humanity limb from limb. But it's okay, because they're Nazis, so screw those guys.
Vampirism is brilliant. One can quaff another's soul like a vintage ice wine and steal everything that defines them.
While the original Hellsing series is fantastic, Hellsing Ultimate just kicks it up a notch by giving audiences more blood, more gore, and more action. Number 5, Claymore. The next dark fantasy to earn a spot on our list, Claymore tells the story of soldiers created to hunt humanoid shapeshifters known as Yoma that are feeding on the human population.
I don't want to die. What if a Yoma eats my insides while I'm still alive?
While there is plenty of pulse-pounding action, Claymore is much more of a character-driven story than many of the other entries on this list.
If I happen to perish while hunting the Yoma within your cathedral, will you promise to take in the boy I've brought with me and care for him?
You will sympathize with hero and villain alike as characters are killed off one after another in some of the best demon slaying found on film. Number 4, Blue Gender. When it comes to this list, maturity and misery seem to go hand in hand. In this horror mecha series, audiences watch as our protagonist Yuji Kaido awakens after a 22-year cryogenic nap.
Where the hell am I?
Waking up to a massive war between what is left of humanity and a race of alien insects known as the Blue, Yuji finds himself caught in a battle to save the human race. Add a few sexual situations and over-the-top graphic violence, and you got yourself one of the best mature sci-fi anime series. Number 3, Attack on Titan.
I'm sorry.
It's time for us to enlist in the Survey Corps. Set in a post-apocalyptic Earth, Attack on Titan follows one of the last remaining colonies of humanity as they defend themselves from the impeding monstrous humanoids known as Titans.
It's a Titan.
Attack on Titan doesn't hold back on the death and despair, as your favorite characters get beaten, crushed, and eaten by the menacing Titans. It's rare for a fantasy series to explore the duty of an average soldier, as well as to keep the true horror of war on full display. So, if you haven't seen this series yet, what are you waiting for? Number 2, Berserk. Thus enters the legendary Black Swordsman. In this dark fantasy series, viewers follow wandering swordsman Guts, as he is recruited to join the mercenary group Band of the Hawk by their enigmatic and brilliant leader Griffith.
By the way, how did the fight end? Forgive me for not remaining conscious to help.
Easily the most violent entry on this list, Berserk will test the fortitude of everyone's stomach. This series tackles many rather taboo subjects, but you will have to uncover those on your own. Just don't blame us for what you find. Before we finish painting this list red, here are a few honorable mentions.
Now don't go dying on me just yet. General Wolf's going to be here any minute.
Number 1, Elfen Lied. Is this any surprise? For those that aren't familiar with this series, Elfen Lied is a psychological drama that follows Diclonius Lucy, a bloodthirsty mutant with no regard for human life, and her attempt to blend into normal society.
I was worried about you, New. Oh, easy.
Plenty of nudity, limb removal, and the occasional decapitation. Elfen Lied is definitely not one to share with the little ones.
Stand still. It's as easy as moving an artery in your brain. My lightest touch would kill you.
This doesn't even take into account the themes of abuse and exploitation the series dives into headfirst. And as such, our favorite blood-stained Diclonius takes the top spot. Do you agree with our list?
No, not really.
What's your favorite mature anime series?
Well...
For more brutal top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
That sounds good.
What should we do?
What do you mean, what should we do? It's obvious.